Hello everyone, and today I'll just be doing kind of a guide video for this game, I guess, since a lot of people have been asking questions for how to get past either Night 5, Nightmare Mode, or just any tips for how to get through True Nightmare if you do decide to get through that. So I'll just kind of do my best to give you the rundown, I guess. So I'll just kind of start with the first 6, for if you're still stuck on Night 5 or something like that. So yeah. One of the most common things people are asking about is a Chucky Jasper combo. For me, that depends on how far my gate is closed. If my gate is already halfway closed, then I just finish it out to deal with Chucky. And if it isn't halfway closed, I just turn around, get done with Jasper, and you should still have enough time for a Chuck if, they spawn like together basically. I don't know how to explain it, but most of the time you should survive that situation if you deal with it how I just said. There will be some times where you might just not be able to survive. That's okay. You just restart your run. Don't let it demotivate you. And yeah. A surprising amount of people have also been asking about Helen. So I'll just kind of explain how her mechanic works, since I'm not really sure what they're asking about. Maybe it's just confusion on how she properly works, so. Basically the way she works is, she'll have the sound key, which kind of sounds like a gust of wind. When you hear that, you don't have to deal with her instantly. She will only appear after you turn around to deal with either Chucky or Modern Chucky. Or the bear. I forgot about the bear somehow. So once you turn around from dealing with those guys, and you hear her sound cue, she will be in the office then. So just you want to keep a mental note of when her sound cue happens, so that next time you turn around, you know she'll be there. Just stage call her away and you'll be good. And she's really a piece of cake, but sometimes can be easy to forget since he does hide at the corners of the office, which I guess, it kind of screwed me over sometimes because I'm stupid and forget things very easily, but oh well. So that's about Helen. Pasquale, he's fairly simple. What I like to do is anytime I close my camera, I just press a stage call real quick. There's no repercussion to using a stage call while no one's there, so might as well just press it to deal with Pasquale if he does decide to get angry. Mr. Munch, also fairly simple. Either listen for someone leaving the stage, which when you do hear someone leave the stage, you can either check in your office real quick to see if he's gone, or just page through all 5 channels real quick to see if he's there. One thing to note is that the lost signal does block him, so while paging through your 5 channels, you might want to keep a mental note of which ones get blocked by the lost signal, and do a double check of those if he's not in any of the 5. And the last one is costume, which he's kind of the trickiest one, I guess. At least in True Nightmare, he's stupid, but oh well. So the way costume works is you're going to have to watch him for as much as possible. You will have to watch him for at least 5 minutes of the night in order to properly stall him. That number might shift around just a little bit, since every time you start a night, the AI shifts a little bit. But generally, it's around 5 minutes that you have to watch him for, since it only takes him 1 minute to get to your office. Which is why he's so hard to handle on True Nightmare, because you have such little, room for movement. It's stressful, but it's possible. That's for sure. So, if you don't know a costume's movement pattern, he goes from camera 4, 5, 3, 1, 2. So, if he ever disappears from the camera you're watching, just go to the next one in that order. Sometimes you might realize that he skips a camera, so first say he's in camera 4 and he skips cam 5 to go to 3 instantly. That can be prevented. So if you feel like he's about to move, so say it's about to turn 2 AM, that's a good time to guess he's about to move. You can put your camera onto the next camera he's about to move to, and that should prevent him from skipping that camera. That was found out by Costa Vesta, so credits to him for that. And yeah, so really that's about it for this crew. Just the main thing to know is your priorities, I suppose. So if Munch and Chuck spawn together, since that's possible again, I say deal with Munch first, since his timer is shorter and the gate takes a while to close. Plus Munch is pretty easy to get out of the way if you're good at clicking through your cameras fast. With these two, it just depends on how far your gate is close to deal with. Helen, just don't forget about Pasquale, stage call whenever you close your camera. Costume, keep a good eye on. If you do all that, you should get through it pretty easily. So adding in the other 4. So, the reason True Nightmare sucks is because of these 2 here. If you take one out of the equation, this would be a piece of cake. So the bear is one of the biggest problems on True Nightmare, as I've already said. So what you want to do is kind of check periodically behind you. One of the best times to check obviously is when Chuck or Modern Chuck appears, or just whenever you close your camera in general while trying to find Munch Jr. Just do a quick check, and if he's standing, obviously give him a good flash. So when he is standing, you're gonna need at least, like, I think it's 4 cycles of, like, flashing him. How do I properly explain a cycle? Okay, so what I mean by a cycle is just kind of any time to turn around and just give him a good flash. That's kind of the best way I'll explain a cycle, I guess. So, first time you turn around is when he's going to be first standing up, obviously. So that's your first cycle. So the second time you might turn around is after either dealing with Jasper, Mr. Munch, or just deciding to check costume. Which, if you do decide to check costume while bear is standing up, only check him for maybe about 5 seconds, since if you go any longer than that, the bear will kill you. So the next time you turn around, that will be your second cycle. And so on, until eventually he should be sitting down after that 4th cycle of flashing. If either Chuck or Modern Chuck appears while the bear is standing up, give the bear at least 3 flashes before closing their gates, and that should stall him long enough for him to not kill you. And follow all that, the bear shouldn't be too much of a problem, but that's an understatement since the bear is really one of the biggest problems of this night in my opinion. Okay, so Modern Chuck here is another one of the meanies in this night because his timer is very short, meaning he will kill you very quickly when he does appear. So when he does appear, I say make him one of the main priorities to get to. So if, say, either Mr. Munch appears or Jasper appears, deal with Modern Chuck first. He's pretty quick to deal with, and once he's gone, you should be safe for the most part and have time to get to everyone else you need to. Munch Jr. is probably one of the more annoying ones in this night just because he's very easy to forget. So anytime you close your camera, he'll appear either the left or right edge of your office on both sides, either behind you or in front of you. So all you want to do is just kind of keep a good mental note of whether you've clicked him or not, which you can enforce that by just kind of repeating to yourself Munch Jr. until you do click him, just to make sure you don't forget him. And the last one should be Dolly Dimple here, which she is fairly simple since all you have to do is hold down control for the entire night and she's pretty much taken care of. He'll be going into your office a lot anyways to do, per se, Jasper or Helen, or just really anyone in your office, allowing you to really wind up her time throughout the night. I believe it takes about 30 seconds for her to fully wind down before she takes away your stage call, so a fairly honest amount of time, but it's still good to just kind of keep a good eye on her percentage since if it ever does get super low, just kind of make sure to sit with her for a while, get that wound up to maybe at least 50 or 60%, and you're good to go back to checking costume or flashing the bear or doing whatever you need to at the moment. That's about everyone run through. There's one more thing I would like to note with Costume and Jasper here, is while on the camera watching Costume, you will kind of notice how the flickering does happen when Jasper appears. So when you do notice Jasper appears while checking the costume, what I like to do is stare at Costume for about 3 more seconds, or 2 more, just not too long to where Jasper will kill you, but long enough to where you can still get a little extra time in on Costume and still being able to get to Jasper. Since Jasper gives you a fair amount of time to get to him, so you might want to abuse that just to get a little more time in with Costume, since Costume is really one of the biggest problems in this night. So, I think that's really about the best I can explain this, since I'm not really good at explaining things. So I'll try and do True Nightmare again here, just so you can kind of see what I mean by the priorities that I explained here. So yeah, here I go again. Oh. Double jump scare, eh? Cool. 5 AM, not bad. Yes! I did it again, no way! Oh, how long have I been recording for? That only took 26 minutes, okay. Okay, so there's me doing True Nightmare again, just to kind of show off how to do your different priorities there. So, it might have kind of been hard to see how I was doing everything there, but hopefully this at least helped a little bit. Because I'm not really the best at explaining things, so sorry about that. But I hope this can at least help you get past Nightmare, if you're still stuck on that. So that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, have a good day, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit. We are the frogs. Ribbit, 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 ribbit.